This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Hour number 2 begins. We continue to invite you to be a part of the show at 865-656-9900. Tennessee is on to the Sweet 16. Both the men's and women's basketball teams winning over the weekend. Tennessee baseball remains number 1 in the country, dropping the first game of the series, but winning games 2 and 3 at Alabama. That leaves Tennessee as the number 1 team in the country in multiple polls, including Baseball America and D1 Baseball.
Yeah, Alabama thought they had something after that first game. Tennessee didn't play their best game, made some mistakes. Alabama was able to capitalize, but Tennessee was able to bounce back. Marcus Phillips had the pressure on him to not allow Alabama to get the series win in game number 2, and then Tennessee just handled business there in game number 3. Exclamation point on the series win.
Things are good right now.
Real good. I was thinking about phrases whenever Tennessee athletics have a monstrous weekend of winning. What could that be called? A weekend of winning, a weekend waxing, dub weekend for Tennessee athletics, where you get multiple teams, win big. It stinks because if you are a team that loses when most of the teams win, kind of feel bad, but I think it's appropriate, especially this weekend. You got Tennessee baseball getting a ranked series win against a rival, and then you have both of your basketball teams going to the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament.
Zakai Ziegler said after the game, "We win around here." He wasn't wrong.
Call it dub weekend.
A dub weekend for Tennessee.
Yeah,
so that's
what it was.
That's the official stance. A dub weekend for the Volunteers.
That's right. It's fun, man. Hey, women's tennis had a good win as well. So a lot of winning going on the Hill, and I saw where fans of different fan bases looking at Tennessee, going, "Why can't we have that? Why can't we have multiple sports win?" Like, you look at Texas A&M and all the resources that they have. It just doesn't make sense that they're not closer to what Tennessee is doing right now.
No, they should view it as unacceptable there in Aggieland. Texas A&M had a nice lead against Michigan, gave it up on Saturday in the second round, so Michigan advances, Texas A&M went home.
Yeah, Gale, a Ohio State transfer for Michigan, just took over, and him and Wade Taylor IV was drawn back and forth. Wade was like, "I'm here," after his three-point shot. But then he wasn't there anymore after that because Michigan took over and Wade Taylor was unable to will his team to a victory.
You mentioned tennis, by the way. Tennessee's Adam Walton, he is playing in round 3 of the Miami Open. He took the first set, dropped the second, is trailing 3-2 in the third, but something to monitor for Tennessee fans there as well. Labeling it the everything school that it is. So a lot of good things happening right now for Tennessee athletes, past and present. And Tennessee's men's team gets ready for Kentucky on Friday night, 865-656-9900. We've also mentioned it's portal day, so players entering the transfer portal, coaches doing the same. As Will Wade just posted a video a few minutes ago saying, "Hey, Wolfpack Nation headed to Raleigh," so he is touching down. I don't know if there's official word on the manager with all his NIL deals. But I think earlier today he was not ready to officially announce he's transferring to NC State from McNeese as well. But I think that's going to happen. I think he's at double-digit NIL deals.
He needs to. It'd be silly not to. Like, nobody cares about the manager at McNeese State if they're not winning. And without Will Wade, are they going to win the same? I'm not putting my money on it.
Probably not. Yeah.
So
probably not.
Like if you can attach yourself to a guy like Will Wade as a manager, who knows, man? You might turn into Dusty May one day. I doubt that guy's going to be coaching. But
I don't know about that.
Like
he might be close to retirement if he gets one more good year of NIL deals.
That's true, but like you should always have a gig, always should have a job. Yeah. You connect yourself to a coach like Will Wade, especially that he won't be fired because of paying players, because everyone does it and it's illegal now.
Reports came out yesterday that Sean Miller was taking the Texas job, and in the last hour and a half, reports came out that he is officially informed Xavier he is leaving for Texas. So watch out down there. Sean Miller is a good coach. He had a lot of success at Arizona. Never got over the top there, but he was really good there. And now he's going to have a ton of resources to win at Texas. So Sean Miller, the expected replacement for Rodney Terry with the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, that's just weird to me because he leaves Xavier the first time. He goes to Arizona. He gets popped, gets in trouble for cheating, paying players or whatever, and then he goes back to Xavier. Xavier brings him back, and now he leaves again to go to Texas, a better job. So it just. And maybe Xavier's cool with it, whatever. They knew that Sean would leave again, and they just needed a good coach because they didn't have one, obviously, because the job was open for a reason. But that's not it for me.
But it's Texas versus Xavier.
I get it. But still, they brought you in after – like you had the disease. Like you had a disease when you got fired from Arizona,
right.
And other schools probably didn't want to touch you. But Xavier brought you back in, allowed you to build your credibility back up. Same way that Will Wade,
Patino and Iona.
But it's just again like you did that school like that twice.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why I say what I say.
Yeah, I understand. Curtis in the text box, Curtis here in Knoxville. I don't know that we can do this, but he did say, why not call it a Charlie Sheen weekend? You got to be careful about where you're going with Charlie Sheen weekend. But it was a lot of winning.
It was a lot of winning for sure.
He liked to celebrate.
He just celebrated in pretty intense ways.
It was, I don't want to celebrate the way Charlie Sheen celebrates, but it was definitely a dub weekend for Tennessee athletics.
Yeah, for sure.
The Lady Vols, man,
Has Brian Rice posted like I don't know what he hit, Fitbit or Apple Watch, any kind of like health score report? The heart had to be beaten trying to call that game for 4 quarters.
That was fun. That was fun right there. Next game will be tough. More likely it's going to be against Texas, unless Texas loses. But hey, Tennessee had every opportunity to beat Texas at Texas in the regular season. And now you'll play them in a neutral site game, and you playing pretty well right now.
Bring it on. Yep. Maybe that 2 weeks or so, maybe that was good for the Lady Vols for the reset, the break, the rest that they needed.
Yeah, 100%.
Had to be rested for last night's game. He took it to South Florida on Friday.
Yeah, man, the depth of Tennessee, the style of play just wore down Ohio State. So hopefully they can do the same thing against Texas or whoever Texas plays. I don't even know who Texas plays. They'll play today. NC State, Michigan State playing right now. NC State is up by
They're up by
a lot.
At 23.
Yeah, a lot.
Illinois and Texas tip off at 2 o'clock.
Okay, so
they'll tip off here in less than an hour.
Yeah, after this game. So
they're playing down. They're playing down in Austin. Texas is probably going to win by 20 points.
Yeah, they should.
They're favored by 18.5.
They should. So bring it on. UT versus Tex.
Orange versus orange. You got to love it.
No, you know better. You know better. So that's going to be tough, man. They got Booker SEC Player of the Year. I mean, she can shoot it. I mean, she wears 35, so she has some Kevin Durant to her game.
Yep,
for sure. And they got some post girls in there that kind of gave us a fit in the first matchup. So it'll be a big challenge.
Hey, Dalton Connect and Grant Williams still alive. They both picked Tennessee to win the national championship. Tennessee's on to the Sweet 16 to take on Kentucky this weekend. We will continue the conversation, hear from Rick Barnes, talking about this team, but also the program, how Tennessee has gotten into this position. 3 consecutive Sweet 16s for the first time in program history. Hear from Rick Barnes when we come back, and we want to hear from you. 865-656-9900 to join us on Josh and Swain.
Everything is more expensive than before, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. 99.1, the sports animal.
Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Picture the pool of your dreams, a place to relax, entertain, and make any season unforgettable. Paired with excellent, durable hardscapes like custom decking and stonework, Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
Hi, I'm Ricky of Wilson Brothers Plumbing with your Plum Truth of the day. If your plumbing is giving you more trouble than a cow lick on picture day, it might be time to give your pipes a little TLC. When your water pressure is a trickle or chunks of what the heck is that come out of your pipes, these are signs that your plumbing may need some repairs. Give us a call at Wilson Brothers Plumbing, 865-415-1537, or visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers Plumbing, the proof is in the plumbing.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample Rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Winning just got closer at the Mint Gaming Hall. Win up to $250,000 this month in the Tax Buster promotion. Be chosen in the Friday and Saturday drawing and play your way to up to a $250,000 prize. Take a free swipe on Sundays through Thursdays to win up to $500 free play. Play Tax Buster at the Mint Gaming Hall in Williamsburg, Kentucky. Check out themintgaming.com for details. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Are you tired of battling the constant lack of energy day after day? What about what's going around that everyone's fighting? Hey, this is Karina. I'm an RN and I'd love to put the pep back in your step. It's time to visit Vital Hydration. Vital Hydration is the new way to feel better in no time. And we're now just off Level Road in West Knoxville to give you the energy you need in 1 hour. Visit us at 10932 Murdoch Drive or book your IV today at vitalhydrationknox.com. Vital Hydration will bring you back to where you want to be.
Tackle your spring cleaning list with Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning Spring Sale. Mention me, Tyler Ivanson, the Sports Animal, and get 3 rooms for $109 plus a free hallway. You can book online, ZeroResKnoxville.com.
99.1 The Sports Animal and Beatty Chevrolet have teamed up to give you the $1 Million Madness Bracket Challenge. This year, we're stepping into hysteria by giving you the chance to win $1 million. Follow all the buzzer-beating action by checking on your bracket today, and if you've made the perfect picks, that's a $1 million bracket. Get 60 picks, that's 10 grand. So check up on your bracket today at 991thesportsanimal.com. Presented by Beatty Chevrolet. Any bracket is just better with Beatty.
Are you tired of struggling with your gate every time you come home? Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to convenience with Stanley Fencing, your East Tennessee experts and automatic gate operators. From big fencing jobs to cozy backyard setups, they've got you covered. At Stanley Fencing, they take pride in not just building fences, but building lasting relationships with their customers. Because when you choose them, you're not just getting a fence, you're getting a partner for life. Stanley Fencing, where quality and care come together.
Bring a whole new meaning to your backyard barbecue with a new deck. Tennessee Home is your local trusted deck and fencing specialist. Call today for a free, no-pressure design appointment at 865-304-0955 or visit them online, TennesseeHome.us.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. 865-656-9900. If you would like to join us today, Tennessee is on to the Sweet 16 against Kentucky. First NCAA tournament appearance against Kentucky. 242nd time that the two programs will have faced off. 242 games against one another. They've played twice this season. This will be the third one. First two went to Kentucky, but it's 3 straight Sweet 16 appearances for Tennessee. The program itself doesn't have a ton of Sweet 16 appearances. This is the first time that it's happened in 3 consecutive years. Tennessee is trying to go to the Elite Eight for a second consecutive season and third time ever in program history. The program's just in terrific shape. The culture of it, the level of play, the consistency, all of that. After the game, after getting the win against UCLA, a major program itself, Rick Barnes kind of reflected on how Tennessee has gotten to this point and what it says about Tennessee basketball right now.
I just thank God for all of us, him bringing us all together for one, because we've got a half a new team sort of kind of this year, but it goes back to Zakai and Jemai, and certainly Jordan has become a part of that core group, and they knew coming in, and I'm glad a year ago that Cade got some time to play. But it goes back to leadership with our players. They deserve all the credit. They want to be coached. They know what we as a coaching staff expect from them every day, and they know we're going to try to be as consistent as we can doing our jobs, and we want them to do that. But it's just a great testament to these guys that they really do like each other, and they care, and they love our fan base. Obviously, it's great being here and having a lot of, we've got the best fan base in the country, and we believe that. Everybody says it. We truly believe it, and these guys want to represent our university in the right way, but it goes back. I mean, obviously, I've got the best coaching staff in the country, but it goes to the players. I mean, they're the ones that grind it every day, and some of them obviously want to play more, but the fact that, our motto is it's not about me, and I think these guys really do exemplify that extremely well.
Rick Barnes, Saturday night after the win against UCLA.
Yeah, I mean, you see the difference between a team that has a good coach, talent, but the missing ingredient that I think some teams miss out on, it could be baseball, basketball, football, any sport that's a team sport, is you better have leadership. You got to have leadership. You can't win without it. And, Tennessee basketball, this team has been special. This program has been special because of the leadership development part. And that's important. Like, you can develop players and their skills on the field, on the court, whatever, and they can grow as an individual player in the games. But, like, if you're not developing the leadership in your program, like, you're going to come up short when it's time to play at a high level with stakes on the line. And the leadership is why Tennessee was able to win against UCLA, because UCLA came out, man, they were punching. And because of the leadership of Zakai Ziegler and Meshack, we didn't waver. We didn't freak out. We didn't crash out and start playing uncharacteristic. So, hey, let's play Tennessee basketball. Coaches, they took advice from the players and suggestions from the players about adjustments that could be made. Man, that's leadership. So there's a difference.
Yeah, and the role that the returning players played in incoming players, Chaz Lanier and Felix Okpara and Darlinson Dubar, those guys transferring in to be a part of the program. Igor, one I left out. I don't think it can be overstated, the importance, the role the seniors coming back, the guys that Rick Barnes mentioned there, played in, guys that were coming in, those newcomers buying in to the leadership. That all really mattered last offseason.
Oh, it definitely matters.
Because we saw some other programs that they spent and they brought in talent, but they didn't have the structure to put everything together. Tennessee had that structure. They had the backbone of the guys returning, and that's going to be a challenge to replace next season. That'll come back to somebody like Cade Phillips, who was mentioned there, and then Felix Okpara will be in his second season coming back. And J.P. Estrella's not playing, but he'll be important. So they have some returning players, but that'll be a challenge replacing what Zakai and Jemai Meshack and Jordan Gainey in his second season. The program was really important too.
Yeah, it's been cool to kind of see these seniors basically hold teammate interviews.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially what they did when it was time to host a player that was from the portal. Is no, we gonna interview you and see if we want you as a teammate, see if you fit in to what we do, and that's why it's worked for these guys. I mean, you look at Kansas State. Kansas State paid a player $2 million, $2 million, and their last game of the season in the post-game press conference, I mean, the young man, poor guy, sobbing, crying because he knew he didn't live up to the expectation, and he allowed social media, he allowed the people to get into his mind and put this pressure on him because they knew what type of money he was making, and it derailed their team. Like, that stuff, the outside noise affected their team, and they didn't even make the tournament. And they were a big spender in the portal. Illinois, they go out and pay Ballo, the kid from Arizona. They pay him over $1 million. That was the price tag that we heard about when he entered the portal from Arizona. And there was some little talk about Tennessee, but not much because they said no thank you the moment they heard that price tag. And so it's not just all about the money. Now, we pay guys, don't get me wrong, and, we pay Chaz, pretty handsomely, but not compared to what BYU and Kentucky was going to pay him. But it goes back to leadership, Josh. Leadership is what I preach all the time in multiple sports. And when you have it, it makes a difference.
Yep, there's a lot of accountability over there.
It makes all the difference.
Here's an idea from Joy in Emory, Virginia, I believe. Hey, Joy, appreciate you. Said, Josh and Swain, since we're in everything school, when we win a lot over a weekend, why not just say we had an everything weekend?
Everything weekend. I like that.
It's pretty good.
I like that. Listen, not every team is going to win. And if the team doesn't win, there's no point in singling out a team that didn't win. But it is cool to recognize all the teams that did, especially on the big stage. Like, it was cool in the regular season when we had multiple teams winning, but it's even better when you have multiple teams in the NCAA tournament win, especially Lady Vols. I mean, that was a tough game. Ohio State's tough, and they did it truly on the road in their place. A team that didn't lose a home game all year long.
Yep, went to Columbus.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, you look at both teams advancing to the Sweet 16. Look at the baseball team winning a series versus an SEC foe and a top 20 program. I mean, you gotta recognize them.
Yeah, for sure. Take that, Jeremiah Smith. How about that?
He don't care.
No, he probably doesn't. He's probably good. I saw their new banner up in their practice facility.
You got bigger NIL. You got national championship. I think he's okay.
He probably is.
But we can tell ourselves that they're hurting.
Yeah.
They're hurting big time.
Yeah, the college football playoff game, that's old stuff.
Yeah, man. What about now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Chase, with this question in the text box, 865-656-9900, if you would like to connect. Swain, if a king sleeps on a king mattress and a queen sleeps on a queen mattress, what does a prince sleep on?
A fool.
The answer would be an air mattress.
Oh, man. But it could be a queen air mattress, right? They make those.
I should have saved that one for the bed store later this week.
That was good. They still
really
use
good.
it.
I'm bring it back.
No, you still use it. Yeah, they probably hadn't heard it before, and if they did, you could use it again. It's still good, and then you could pass that joke along. Let them start using it.
Yeah, but one thing I don't want it to be is a tired joke. Mattress. We'll continue. 865-656-9900 is how you can join us. 90 minutes to go. Tennessee and Kentucky. Buckle up Friday night. It's going to be a huge game in the Sweet 16 in Indianapolis in the Midwest region. Jason Swain is here. VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward on Josh and Swain.
Be here today for No Huddle. 30 minutes of talking sports. Only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, huh? That's A-OK.
CumulusDigital.com.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
NCAA tournament results from Sunday. Florida outlasted UConn. Duke eased past Baylor. Alabama down St. Mary's. Michigan State survived a scare from New Mexico. Ole Miss defeated Iowa State. Maryland used a buzzer beater to defeat Colorado State. Arizona rallied to beat Oregon. And Kentucky defeated Illinois, meaning the Tennessee Volunteers will face the Kentucky Wildcats for the third time this season. Kentucky won the previous two meetings. This is the first time these two schools have ever met in the NCAA tournament. The two teams will tip off Friday night at 7:40. Coverage of that game will be available right here on The Sports Animal. And the Lady Vols defeated Ohio State 82-67 in the NCAA women's tournament's second round. Talasia Cooper had a team-high 19 points for Tennessee, which advances to the Sweet 16 and will take on the winner of today's game between Texas and Illinois. I'm Joel Silverberg.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
Guys, it's Jason Swain here. Let's talk about feeling your best. If you don't feel that same energy, strength, maybe feeling moody, or it seems like you've lost your drive with your partner, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer, and you'll find the true experts at Low T Center. Getting tested is fast and easy, but we're not all the same, so don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program that you may find elsewhere. I've learned about personalized therapy at Low T Center and the results you can expect with customized TRT, so don't put it off. Go to lowtcenter.com to book an appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Reinventing men's healthcare.
Some things just go together, like peanut butter and jelly, or a Casey's spicy chicken sandwich and a 49-cent medium fountain drink, or a Casey's breakfast sandwich and a 49-cent fountain drink, or even Casey's limited time Italian deli sliders and a 49-cent fountain drink. You get the idea. It's not crazy. It's Casey's. See store for details.
According to the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of a habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. Fitness Together's team of certified trainers specializes in helping their clients create a habit of exercise and nutrition that they won't quit. My trainer, Austin, at the Bearden location, has certainly done that for me. I look forward to improving each and every session. Visit KnoxFT.com, schedule your free fit consultation today, and get 3 free training sessions when you mention the Sports Animal. That's KnoxFT.com.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit GetEthos.com. That's GetEthos.com.
Sample Rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Is your dripping faucet driving you crazy? Is your toilet running a marathon after every flush? Then call the local plumbing experts at Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today. We offer same-day service guaranteed for all your plumbing repair needs. And we've been voted best plumbing company in Knoxville 7 years in a row. All plumbing systems and fixtures eventually deteriorate over time, leading to a host of problems. And with changing seasons, you may be experiencing plumbing issues, such as leaking pipes, water heater failure, clogged drains or toilets, and even sewer line backups. If you need immediate plumbing repair services, including emergencies or after-hours assistance, the expert plumbers at Pipe Wrench can help. No matter what the problem is, call us to schedule an appointment for a complete assessment so we can identify the issue, provide the best long-term solution, and quickly fix your plumbing, drain, or sewer system. We also offer free on-site estimates on replacements, plus free second opinions on repairs. Call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to schedule your appointment today.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. What dealer can give you $5,500 for any old sled you can bring to Ted? That's a clue. Ted Russell Nissan, that's who. And we're also the only dealer where you can buy 4 brand new tires for the price of 2. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Welcome to the Ingalls Table, a delicious destination with recipes galore. Need to whip up a dessert, entree, side dish? No problem. The experts from the Ingalls Table take you through it step by step, with expert tips and advice along the way. Find the Ingalls Table at ingalls-markets.com or swing by the store and pick up your free copy of the Ingalls Table magazine. And let's get cooking. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Lowe's, they help you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
0.6 of an inch of rain falling on Knoxville early in the day on Monday, really helping with our fire concerns in the short term, but it's continued dry weather from here on for a good long while, and then we're pretty quiet. So we'll fall down to 43 on your Tuesday morning, and then we're back into the 70s briefly on Tuesday. The WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
My girlfriend said either I cut back on my time on the sports animal or she was taking the dog and leaving. I sure miss that dog. Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1, the sports animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. 865-656-9900. Tennessee is on to play Kentucky on Friday night in the Sweet 16. The Lady Vols will play the winner of Texas and Illinois, which is likely going to be Texas. They will tip off in about 30 minutes down in Austin. 865-656-9900 to be a part of the conversation, and part of the conversation coming out of the weekend, Swain, with the men's tournament. On the women's side as well, this would apply. It was dominated by the power conference schools, where a lot of the money is. And at this point, I don't think there's much question. We'll still see a mid-major team that's able to put something together and put a run together, but not as often. It won't be as guaranteed as it pretty much has been in most seasons. But coming out of this opening weekend of the NCAA tournament, it is the first time the Sweet 16 is composed entirely of major conference teams since the Sweet 16 officially began in 1975. Only 4 different conferences are represented. Every other Sweet 16 has had at least 7. Of course, we saw the Pac-12 essentially go away. So you have less conferences to work with, at least in terms of contenders. But still, from 7 to 4, 14 SEC teams got in. 7 SEC teams remain out of the 16 teams that are alive. And moving forward until we see another shift, because at some point we'll probably get that, but it's going to be the SEC and the Big Ten making up a lot of this. The Big 12 is also quality in basketball.
Was the best league last year.
Yeah, they have really good basketball programs, but the SEC and the Big Ten showed their strength here.
Yeah, hopefully the Big East and the ACC merge. I think that would be best for them in basketball, but ACC having a rough tournament this year. Duke, the last team standing?
Yeah.
And they have a good shot now. Don't get me wrong to win the whole deal, but you got 7 teams in the SEC, Big Ten. They're doing their thing. Michigan State's in there. Maryland's in there. So we'll see what happens from this, man.
Yeah, and Maryland is a lost ACC basketball power.
Yeah,
that's a proud basketball program, but they reside in the Big Ten, not the ACC. That's a football move where basketball benefits on the Big Ten side. Football in terms of footprint and dollars, all that stuff.
Maryland a football school or basketball school?
They're a football school financially, but they're a basketball school in terms of what they really succeed in and what they care about the most.
Yeah, correct.
That is one that I've actually struggled with the most when my brain has to remember what conference they're in, because when I think Maryland, I think basketball.
Yeah.
When I think Maryland basketball, I think ACC.
I mean, you think about that Maryland team, man. Juan Dixon and Lonnie
Steve Blake.
Baxter and Steve Blake, Steve Francis. I think it was before that team, but man,
Gary Williams was a terrific coach.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That was fun days there at Maryland.
Yep. So Derek Queen hits the game winner for Maryland. We got a buzzer beater before the weekend ended. Might have taken an extra step.
No, he took an extra step.
He did. The box score doesn't show it, though. So he gets the win for Maryland. He was a talented freshman. I enjoyed the old takes exposed of Dan Dockich laughing at Indiana fans because he was going to go to Indiana, decides to stay home at Maryland. It's a financial decision, as many are, but also a local connection. And Dan Dockich said, why would you care about this player? Spoiled, I'm paraphrasing, but he was not complimentary of Derek Queen, who ends up being the Big Ten Freshman of the Year, averaged like 15, 16, and 9 as a freshman, and hit a buzzer beater for Maryland to go to the Sweet 16.
If I'm a Maryland alum, Indiana alum, I probably wouldn't say stuff like that. You need all the good players you can get.
Yeah, it was a stupid comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, Josh. I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Good job.
I'm sorry on that one.
I pulled your technique. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have said that.
You did. Well, hey, it's Josh and Swain. One of us swings one way, then we'll take care of the other side.
Yeah, there you
so
go.
it was dumb. After the game, though, I laughed. Derek Queen, he was asked, what allowed you, Kevin Willard, your coach there, what allowed you to buy in and trust and all that? And he said, he paid us the money. So I like Derek Queen for a couple of reasons. Really good player, confident player. In the timeout, according to his coach, Derek Queen said, give me the bleeping ball.
Well, they made a shirt. Give me the MF ball. They put it on the T-shirt.
And he was asked after the game, where's the confidence come from? And he said, I'm from Baltimore.
Yeah.
And that requires a toughness. But then after the game, why don't you trust your coach? And he did go on to say good things about his coach, the person. But he said, well, he paid us the money.
Well, I mean, hey, when you have that relationship with the players, and you kind of realize that player needs the money and the family needs the money, and you're able to go out and get that money to benefit not only the player but the family too, of course that player's going to have a loyalty to you. You know, you understand kind of where he's coming from. And, I mean, it's deeper than just, hey, I go to the guy who pays me the most. But I think that's more of the story than just, hey, I go to the highest bidder. I mean, he is staying home. And so, but that is not their best T-shirt. Their best T-shirt is the Crab 5.
Crab 5 is really good.
You can't beat that.
Crab 5 is terrific.
And they have a strong starting 5 lineup, but they don't have any bench. And they're really, really good. So their starting 5 makes up like some unreal percentage of their points night in and night out.
Yeah.
But they came up with Crab 5, a play on the Fab 5,
right.
The fantastic freshman players there, Michigan in the 90s.
Yeah, and Jalen Rose is a part of this tournament coverage. I think he said that
he was covering the Maryland game.
Yeah,
he was covering the Maryland game.
Yeah, here's what Dan Dockich had tweeted. This was last year when Derek Queen decided he was going to go to Maryland, and Dan Dockich said, Indiana caught a huge break with that Queen kid going to Maryland. How stupid are IU fans moaning over an entitled, overrated prep school player not coming? Indiana basketball fanboy stupid has no floor.
And they played Ballo.
Neither does the stupid takes from Dan Dockich.
Very, very
stupid. They paid Ballo a ton of money. Ballo's a really good player, but how did Indiana do in the tournament?
Well, I mean, did his points per game match what he was 13. He was a 13-9 player. Is that worth $1 million over 7 figures?
No.
Because Chazanier paid less than that. And newcomer of the year in the conference and averaging way more than 13 points per game. Just saying.
Yeah, Tennessee got a deal on Chaz Lanier, and he got a great deal out of it too. He's winning.
Absolutely.
He's going to have great memories from Tennessee. He'll have a pro opportunity too. This one worked out for both sides very well.
Like, ain't nothing wrong with getting deals and spending the least amount and getting more value. Georgia football is doing it right now. Tennessee basketball is proving that they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you go out and overspend and you go win a championship like Ohio State, cool, great for you. You spend an insane amount of money, then cool for you. But it's commendable to save money and get more value than what you're actually paying. And Tennessee's doing that with Chaz Nair.
Yeah, Kirby Smart has some other things to deal with, but he was commended by other collectives for how well Georgia has done managing its money in recruiting players.
Heck yeah, man.
That's the position you want to be in. So Tennessee basketball, major basketball program, has done that very well.
Heck yeah. You're right. Those comments were stupid or dumb.
Yeah, see, that's what we got to get out of the college game, college football, college basketball. Is comments like that, because he's young and you feel like you can just take a shot at him. He stayed close to home. That's a pretty cool story, I think. He obviously worked.
He's playing for a better program.
He went to a better program, and he was the freshman of the year in a major conference, the Big Ten. You can't do that without putting in the work. And he just sent his team to the Sweet 16, while Dan Dockich is calling him an entitled prep boy.
Yeah, like when T. Higgins decided not to go to Tennessee and go to Clemson, we were disappointed, but we didn't call him that. Like,
Right.
We didn't name call him and oh man, he's a waste and he's an entitled Oak Ridge kid. We said, I understand. I mean, I know that's what I said. I get it. Go be great, T. Wish you was playing with the power T, but I understand why you playing with the C in Clemson. We understand.
I had zero confusion why T made the choice he did.
I get it.
And today he might be making a different choice, but today is not yesterday.
Correct.
We'll come back, 865-656-9900 in 4 days. Tennessee will play against Kentucky in the Sweet 16. 865-656-9900 if you would like to share your thoughts, your level of confidence, your level of nerves ahead of a big game coming up on Friday. We'll come back right here on Josh and Swain.
News just in.
Why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline at 1-800-889-9789. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Tennessee. T's and C's apply.
The last thing you want to deal with is a plumbing, HVAC, or electrical emergency. Most of the time, you don't know what it's going to cost or if it will be fixed the right way, or if someone's just trying to sell you something. But when you call Hiller, the experts are going to solve your problems quickly. Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical is who you should call. The price that you're told is the price that you'll actually pay. No hidden fees or surprises on your bill. You can book online at happyhiller.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
It's time to break out of those winter blues. Spring into fun at Games and Things annual spring clearance sale. For a limited time, everything in our award-winning showroom is on sale at up to 50% off. Pool tables, home theater seating, bar stools, video arcade games, and more at up to 50% off. Don't miss this opportunity to make your home the fun place to be. At the corner of Kingston, Pike, and Lovell Road, it's Games and Things spring clearance sale going on now.
Games and Things, 'cause life should be fun, fun, fun.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those three items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind on payment houses. I even buy tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you have a house that's in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying those houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast, call me, 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
never thought building a custom home would be this easy. When Red Door Homes built our house last year, they made the process simple. We picked from their 30-plus floor plans, customized it how we wanted, and they built it right on our land. The construction time was quick, and their 10-year warranty gave us total confidence. If you're thinking about building a home, do what we did. Go to reddoorhomestn.com and visit their showroom right off Paper Mill and Kingston Pike. You won't regret it.
Red Door Homes, home building as it should be.
99.1 The Sports Animal and Beatty Chevrolet have teamed up to give you the $1 Million Madness Bracket Challenge. This year, we're stepping into hysteria by giving you the chance to win $1 million. Follow all the buzzer-beating action by checking on your bracket today, and if you've made the perfect picks, that's a $1 million bracket. Get 60 picks, that's 10 grand. So check up on your bracket today at 991thesportsanimal.com. Presented by Beatty Chevrolet. Any bracket is just better with Beatty.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. Final segment of hour number 2, more than an hour to go. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock. Tyler and Will at 3 on the Sports Animal. And we continue again until 3 on AM 640, the Sports Monster. Thanks for tuning in, however you are doing so, as you can always listen to us on demand as well. Search Josh and Swain anywhere you get your podcasts, and you can listen on demand thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. Tennessee with a third consecutive Sweet 16 appearance, first time that has happened in school history. And Tennessee will take on Kentucky for the first time in an NCAA tournament game. Both teams will be very confident going in. Tennessee, for all the reasons we've laid out, will continue to. Kentucky as well. It's a team full of winners that just came together this year. Lamont Butler said we're going to win. Just said it kind of matter-of-factly in an answer in a post-game press conference yesterday. He's won a lot. Went to a national championship game at San Diego State 2 years ago, and other players that have succeeded elsewhere, and they came together and they have reached the Sweet 16 in Mark Pope's first year as a head coach.
It makes it a little bit easier to talk a little trash if you're a Tennessee fan, knowing that Lamont Butler said what he said. Because, I mean, there's no reason for any Tennessee fans to be talking trash to Kentucky after losing to them twice. But the fact that he said that, I think it makes you feel a bit better about saying, oh, really?
Yeah, he said it in a non-controversial way if you watch the clip, but nobody on Tennessee's basketball team has to watch the clip. You just tell the players, Lamont Butler said, it's been quoted in stories as well, yeah, we're going to win the game. Just show them the quote. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, and when Tennessee wins the game, I'm sure that's going to be brought up.
Yeah, like I wasn't all that confident in Ole Miss this weekend in the NCAA tournament, but did you see what happened with them before the tournament? There was a analyst writer, I think we mentioned it last week, but Tim Doyle, CBS Sports, he had called Ole Miss frauds, and it got brought up to Chris Beard at a press conference.
Oh, he loved that.
Loved it. So they go on and they win. They rolled against Iowa State yesterday. In the post-game locker room, there's video of Ole Miss saying, where's Tim Doyle?
Mm-hmm.
That's the best thing that happened to them.
That's right.
They might have won anyway.
Love it.
And everybody has motivation going into the tournament, but you use that stuff.
They got a good draw, too, man. You play limping North Carolina. Like, you give them credit. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
And then, Iowa State loses their best player.
Yeah.
Out for the season as well, too. So, like, they play well. You give them credit for sure. They're tough. Chris Beard has played a national championship game before when he was a coach at Texas Tech. He's built Texas up. So, but he's a winner. Don't get me wrong. But they had a good draw, I think, 2 games to get to this point.
Yeah, for sure. So, Lamont Butler innocently saying we're going to win that game. Use it as much as you can, Tennessee, getting ready for Friday night. This is an interesting term, but it's got a cool story. So we mentioned earlier, hey, it was we called it a dub weekend, an everything weekend for Tennessee.
Yeah, either can apply. Everything weekend sounds good. Dub weekend sounds good too.
So we mentioned earlier in the show, hey, pay attention to Adam Walton. This is a former Tennessee player in tennis, playing in the Miami Open. And before we hear from him, Joel, explain the term. Adam Walton was a lucky loser in the Miami Open main draw. What does that mean?
Yeah, so for a lot of
ATP Tour tournaments, you have to go through qualifying where you have to win 3 matches in 3 days just to qualify for the first round. Walton was in qualifying and lost his 3rd match. And so all of those guys that lose in the 3rd round of qualifying are placed on the lucky loser list. And so who gets in next, you're basically an alternate. So whoever gets in next, it's based on ranking. So Walton was 4th on the list, so he was thinking he's not going to get in. He had his bag and his car packed. He was getting ready to fly to Mexico for a Challenger Tour event, was warming up one of his fellow Australians for his main draw match, and then he got the call saying, hey, Adam, Herbert Hurkacz has withdrawn from the tournament. You're in. And since he was replacing a seeded player, not only did he get into the main draw, but he was given a first-round bye. So he won his second-round match earlier in the weekend to set up today's third-round match against Coleman Wong.
Yeah, so he advances to the round of 16 as well, a Sweet 16 in the Miami Open, if you want to call it that, to stay on brand. And he said this was just a few minutes ago after the win. This is VFL Adam Walton.
Yeah, obviously very happy right now. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't even be here. It's just very good fortune this week. I got thrashed in qualifying and got the call up 3 days later to play again, and it almost feels like a new start, a new tournament, and just so happy to be through the last 16.
How about that? Adam Walton, VFL, good for him. On to the round of 16.
Yeah.
So there's another VFL Tennessean on to the round of 16.
Yeah, good for him, man.
How about it?
I don't think I like the phrase, though.
Lucky loser?
Yeah, man. I don't want to be labeled as a lucky loser.
It's better than an unlucky loser.
Well, absolutely.
Colorado State was an unlucky loser.
Unlucky loser.
Lost on a buzzer beater after an uncalled walk by Derek Queen.
Great shot to put them up by 1 and 3-point shot. I mean,
Yeah.
that thing barely touched the net.
Yeah, that was a sweet
It's
shot.
a rainbow.
And the shot by Queen, by the way, that's a big-time shot. He's falling away
That's a
off the
hard
glass.
shot.
Loved the shot.
Yeah.
He took an extra step. You see that a lot.
I mean, he's a right-hand player going left. I mean, he's a young player. Usually those guys feel comfortable going to their dominant hand. But for him to go to his left and then be able to nail a shot off the glass, I mean, that was big time. He's going to be a good player.
Hey, shout out to Paul. Appreciate you, Paul. He is from Baltimore. Thanks for talking Terps. I'm driving around right now with my Maryland car flags. I'm sure Vol Nation is rooting for us against Florida. With a few days rest, I think the Crab 5 has a chance. Go Terps. So appreciate you listening, Paul, and good luck to Maryland against Florida.
Yeah, they got a chance in the first half, for sure. I mean, Florida is like the worst matchup for Maryland when it comes to depth.
Yeah.
Crab 5 is a positive spin on saying we don't have any depth. We don't have any bench. And so if you're a bench player in the Maryland team, how do you feel right now? Like the Crab 5 is going to have to tear it up. Can't have anyone getting hurt, anyone in foul trouble, and you know they call them fouls tight in tournament. And Florida's the deepest team right now. So, yeah, Maryland have a chance with their front 5, but whew, what a tall task that's going to be.
Yep, the Crabs, they just try to be a little more rested going in, trying to outlast the Gators for 40 minutes.
And that's it. But he is right. We'll be rooting for the Terps for sure.
Yep, Tennessee fans and Terp fans for sure are united this week.
What's Maryland's mascot?
The Terrapins.
What's a terrapin?
Yeah, turtle.
It's not a crab.
Well, no, but you got the crab is very popular
In Maryland.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. Crab meat in Maryland is where you want to get it.
Yeah, it's like it's like chicken, or no, it's like pork. Placed in the South at barbecue.
Yeah, similar. They're very proud and should be
100%
of crab legs, crab cakes.
Oh, as a kid, I've been to a crab shack in Maryland. Ain't nothing like it.
Yeah, been there as well.
Yeah, ain't nothing like it.
Where are you on crab legs versus like a crab cake? Crab legs can take a lot of work.
Yeah,
you got to work for the crab.
But the king crab legs in Maryland, they're a little bit easier to get to because they do it right, and it's no filler stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the Maryland crab cakes, there's not a ton of it. It's real crab, and it's a lot of it, but just give me a big old crab leg with a little butter. I'm good.
I was on a family thread. Some Maryland grads, Maryland residents, they were fired up last night for the Terps. It's a big win. Big win. Hey, we'll continue We have another hour to go. Big weekend. We'll react to it and continue right here on Josh and Swain.
When the arena lights
spring
dim
is
for a
the
concert,
season of love.
or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Spring is the season of love. Now, maybe you spent all winter cozying up with your special someone, and now it's time to pop that big question. That means it's also the time to find the perfect ring at TK Wheeler Jewelers. TK Wheeler Jewelers has a huge selection of engagement rings in all different sizes, shapes, and colors. You can check out beautiful eternity bands, diamond solitaires, or even diamond halo engagement rings. And you can go as big as you want, because at TK Wheeler Jewelers, you're always going to get more bling for your buck than anywhere in Knoxville. TK Wheeler Jewelers is located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge. It's right there next to the Outback Steakhouse, and you're going to love your shopping experience. There's over $2.5 million of inventory, a friendly staff to help, and like I said a second ago, you're always going to get more bling for your buck. Find that perfect ring she won't be able to say no to at the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers.
It's Nico time in Tennessee. Arval's team keeps tipping the win column. If you're looking for a tip in real estate, I'm Nick Nico with the Nico Real Estate team at Keller Williams, and I've got a tip for you. What's that tip? Now is the time. You may have been keeping an eye on interest rates, but with the right strategy, this shouldn't sideline your real estate goals. Like Arval's, you can still score big in today's market. The East Tennessee real estate market is one of the hottest in the nation, so let our local Vol professionals draw up the right play for you. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, let the Nico team find that slam dunk that you've been looking for. Call us at VOL 214-7066 or online at nicoteam.com. That's NICAUD team.com. Maximize your profits by selling high and buying low with our Nico know-how. It's the Nico team at Keller Williams. Go Vols and go Nico.
Enrichment Federal Credit Union makes it easy to get funds for any type of loan. Auto, mortgage, credit card, personal loans, and more. Best of all, the entire process can be done safely and securely online without ever leaving your home. Apply online today at enrichmentfcu.org. It takes about 5 minutes to fill out most loan applications. If you need additional help, you can text or video chat directly with a loan professional. Getting the funds you need has never been easier with Enrichment Federal Credit Union. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Here's a spring cleaning hack to make your life a lot easier. Schedule an appointment with Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Their ZR water cleans better than detergents while leaving zero residue behind. And for this month only, take advantage of their spring sale and mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal, to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $109. Plus, you're going to get a free hallway as well. That's 3 rooms of carpet plus a hallway for $109. Book online, ZeroResKnoxville.com. All they leave is clean.
Cumulus Knoxville is proud to sponsor the 21st annual Covenant Health Knoxville Marathon, Half Marathon, and Relay on Sunday, April 6th. For the youngsters, the Covenant Kids Run is April 5th at 5:30 p.m., followed by the Covenant Health 5K at 6 p.m. All events feature a fantastic finish line at historic World's Fair Park. Online registration is still open for all events through April 1st. Go to KnoxvilleMarathon.com to register today.
Are you tired of struggling with your gate every time you come home? Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to convenience with Stanley Fencing, your East Tennessee experts and automatic gate operators. From big fencing jobs to cozy backyard setups, they've got you covered. At Stanley Fencing, they take pride in not just building fences, but building lasting relationships with their customers. Because when you choose them, you're not just getting a fence, you're getting a partner for life. Stanley Fencing, where quality and care come together.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on 99.1 thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Andrew Perloff with a Sports Minute, sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Old Trapper, what's your beef? Aaron Rodgers visited the Steelers Friday, and there are some reports he's likely to land there. Pittsburgh fans have to hope that Rodgers follows the same trajectory as Brett Favre, who left the Jets and succeeded in Minnesota, or Tom Brady, who won a Super Bowl in his 40s for Tampa. No one saw those late career flashes coming, and at the very least, it makes the Steelers much more interesting. I'm Andrew Perloff.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their tools, but to protect their professional reputations. Whether it's inside or outside of work vehicles, a WeatherGuard badge means pros can trust that their hard-earned name is in good hands. Since 1968 and every day since, WeatherGuard has been protecting anything it takes to build a professional reputation. WeatherGuard, established in 1968, proven every day. WeatherGuard.com.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/sports. Ethos.com/sports.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance. 687-8200.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show. We're in the final hour of today's show. Mondays feel a little bit better when your team advances to the Sweet 16, doesn't it?
Man, he ain't never lied. And there's a lot of really good teams that won't be playing anymore this season. And, you think about some of these games that have been played on the men's and women's side. In the regular season, maybe the higher seeded team beats the lower seeded team by double digits, but it's the fact that you haven't played one another. Everything is on the line. So you got some guys that's probably a little uptight, and every possession matters. So, that Arkansas St. John's game was, that game was something else. It was a good game in different ways besides shot making.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, both teams couldn't make a shot, and St. John's was 9% from three. My goodness, they couldn't make anything. Couldn't make layups.
Couldn't make it around the rim, outside
anything.
shots, yeah.
Free throws, anything. So, but it was still a good game, man. Both teams tough as all get out.
Yeah, it's about the intensity. The intensity was there in that Kansas-Arkansas first-round game.
Oh, yeah.
Not counting Hunter Dickinson. But
you don't like him?
Not the biggest fan. He was a tough watch. He did not look like he wanted to be there. They were better with him on the bench.
I understand.
Yep. But for the most part, you're seeing, and it can affect players. Maybe you press too much. That's why if you're a Tennessee fan, Sakai Ziegler and Jemai Meshack having been in these moments, and Jordan Gainey now, the amount of time he spent in big games. They're playing these big games in the regular season. There has to be something to that. You're playing these regular season games and the SEC tournament games that felt like huge games, like games you're playing in March. And I think that can help at least somewhat. UConn, they look like they were ready for the task. They're just not as good. Florida's a better team and won in the end, but UConn looked like a team that understood that stage, even as they've had to replace key players, and that's why they dropped off a little bit. But that's a big-time program that had to be knocked off. Gonzaga fought till the end, and their Sweet 16 streak comes to an end, but they fought till the very end against Houston because Gonzaga has that makeup.
Yeah, I agree with you. UConn probably could have lost by 15-20 when you look at what Florida has done to other teams in the last couple of weeks, but it's the championship makeup of several of those guys that were on those two teams that were juniors or seniors that just wasn't part of a team that was built strong enough to take down Florida in that game. But I just don't want to see Florida advance, man. I just don't. Everybody's picking them. I just don't want to see them advance.
Yes, are you in that mode? You're in pull for Tennessee mode number 1. Pull against those teams you don't want to succeed. Like I watched you watch Robert Morris against Alabama on Friday.
And
you weren't pulling for Bama.
I was very disappointed in Robert Morris. I really was. They had a chance to win the game. And they didn't do it, man. They let me down. I mean, they let themselves down.
And then St. Mary's, God love them, that's a good team, but they couldn't match up. They did beat Vanderbilt.
No.
So they got to win against an SEC team. But
no, Bama's just too powerful.
Still really good.
Yeah, too powerful, man. But Auburn better be careful. And this is something I've continued to say about Auburn. They just don't play well late when they have a team that mows down the competition in the regular season. They went on that run and went to the Final Four a couple years ago, but that team wasn't number 1 for multiple weeks like this year's team and the Jabari Smith Jr. team. Like, they're not playing all that great, but they survived against Creighton. But out of the 1 seeds, they're playing the worst right now. Like, they're entering the conference playing the worst, and it almost cost them.
Yeah, Auburn will play Michigan on Friday. They're the 3rd game of the night. We get great matchups, so we didn't see a lot of upsets, at least upsets to the Sweet 16. But the matchups we get now, I think, will be really good. So Thursday, Bama versus BYU, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll be high power. You mentioned that Auburn Michigan game. Trey Donaldson played for Auburn last year, and then the matchup between Golden and Broome. Like, Broome ain't pushing around Golden,
right?
And they have two 7-footers on that squad there at Michigan, and Dusty May, he in Michigan was the worst team in the Big Ten last year, and look at where they are this year. So you have a coach with Final Four experience. We know all about that. They beat us and went to the Final Four.
Dusty May was the coach at FAU, now at Michigan.
Yep, a couple years ago. So we got some great matchups in the Sweet 16.
Yeah. So Thursday, here are your matchups: Bama, BYU, Florida, Maryland, Duke, Arizona. You have Caleb Love against his former school. So Duke knocked off one of their former guards over the weekend. Or no, Love went to UNC. I'm sorry. Yep. So former rival.
Yep.
And they knocked off one of their former players at Baylor, Roach, yesterday.
Yep.
So Duke, Arizona in the East region on Thursday, and then Texas Tech, Arkansas in the West. That'll be a good game. All these will. And then Friday, Michigan State, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Kentucky, Auburn, Michigan, and Houston, Purdue.
Tennessee, I feel like we got an extra day because we played before Alabama.
That's right.
The first round game, and now the Sweet 16, we're going to play a day after Alabama because we play on Friday.
Sorry, Alabama or Kentucky?
Well, Alabama is playing Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Alabama played Friday.
Oh, you're saying they have a quicker turnaround. Yeah,
they got a quicker turnaround than we do.
Yep. But Tennessee also has one extra day to rest up, prepare compared to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Going into Friday night's game. Yeah, you're right. That is a quicker. I'm sure Alabama's pleased about that. But that works out for Tennessee. They had to play a late game on Saturday, but they can wait until a nice 7:39 tip-off on Friday night.
Oh, yeah, I was going to mention something. I lost my train of thought. Talking about the SEC tournament, Tennessee and Zakai Ziegler and Meshack. The SEC tournament really wasn't for those guys. It really was for Felix Epara, Igor Milicic, Chazanier. It was for those players that never really played on that stage to get a little taste of what the NCAA tournament is going to be like. Because the intensity level went up to another notch, and it allowed those guys to be prepared for what they were going to see in the NCAA tournament.
I think that's right. Yeah, those guys can use that, probably have used that, considering they're through the first weekend of the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, because it's different, man. It's a different level of intensity, different level of detail. And those guys got a chance to get a little taste of it when we played against Texas, when we played
that Auburn game felt like an Elite Eight Final Four kind of game. It really did.
So I think it prepared, even though Igor didn't have his best game, it still prepared him. He's able to watch film, experience that, and make adjustments from that point.
Yeah, the physicality Felix and Cade Phillips deal with.
Yeah, 100%.
You have all your Final Four teams intact, I imagine. Most people have to have their Final Four teams left. Unless you had or do you have St. John's?
I don't think I had St. John's.
Because we have all 4 number 1s, and we have 3 number 2s remaining.
I don't know, man. Let me check. Oh, I left my bracket at home. Sorry, Josh. I left it at home, buddy.
That's okay.
I put it in the burn box.
It's okay.
Just haven't gotten to it yet.
Houston kind of melted down late against Gonzaga. That's still a tough team. That's the one in Tennessee's region. Of course, Tennessee's focus is Kentucky. Deal with Houston when you get there on Sunday. You still rather play Purdue, right? I know there's the Purdue voodoo. You'd rather play Purdue on Sunday than Houston.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I just don't think it matters. But Purdue is probably going to be a little bit easier than Houston. I mean, Houston's, they that's the
Zach Edey plays for the Grizzlies now, not Purdue.
I know, but still, like, Purdue's still a good basketball team.
Jay says Kansas is the only team I'm missing from my Sweet 16. They failed me. How about you, Jay? It's pretty good. And Kansas could be there if they hadn't blown it late against Arkansas.
I think I didn't have Auburn going to the Final Four. I'm just trying to remember. I think I had Michigan State, and I think I do have Florida going, Tennessee, and Duke. I want to say I have that Final Four.
Okay, you had Tennessee.
Yeah, man.
Okay, just making sure.
That's right. If I'm gonna pick Tennessee to go to the Final Four, I'm also pick them to win it.
Did you pick them to win it? I don't know that we ever actually discussed who's winning the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
We just did our Final Four teams.
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay.
At least that was my approach.
That's good.
But a lot of chalk, man. Not a lot of upsets. Which I'm okay with. I just want good games.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't care about upsets. I care about good basketball games.
Yeah, just give me good games and my team being in it, which they are. So I'm good.
All right, we'll come back. Tennessee is in the Sweet 16. We'll take on Kentucky on Friday night, 865-656-9900. If you'd like to share thoughts on what you saw this past weekend, how you feel 4 days in advance of Tennessee taking on Kentucky, round 3 on Friday night. We'll come back on Josh and Swain.
What's up, my fellow VFLs? Josh Dobbs here. This year, I'm inviting all former volunteer athletes to join me April 10th and 11th at the beautiful Tennessee National Golf Club. My 4th annual Extraordinary Charitable Golf Classic will be filled with competitive golf, great views and vibes, and an exclusive opportunity to continue to build our VFL community. All proceeds benefit the community of Knoxville, so to all potential players and those interested in sponsorship opportunities, you can visit our website at extraordinaryDallasFoundation.org. I'll see you on Rocky Top soon. Go Vols.
Hey, Wilson Brothers Plumbing, great locally owned company. Proud to support what's going on with UT, proud to support what's happening here in the community, and proud every day to help people in East Tennessee. Wilson Brothers Plumbing has helped us at our home. If you run into a plumbing issue, call the pros at Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They have the highest level of professionalism that they provide to customers each and every day with every interaction. And every day, they rely on their set of core values. That includes working together as a team, working with integrity, and making sure that they are reliable for you with whatever you need, whether it's running into a problem and you need help probably quickly, or if you're planning a project and you need professional help to make sure it's done the right way. Call Wilson Brothers Plumbing at 865-415-1537 or visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. That's wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
It's time to transform your old, outdated kitchen into the dream space you and your family want. Kitchen Sales can make those dreams a reality. Kitchen Sales carries the largest selection of fine kitchen and bathroom cabinetry that ranges from a more affordable line all the way up to a fully custom line. See the selection for yourself at one of their 2 amazing showrooms, Hoyt Avenue, just off Cherry Street, and in the Town and Country Circle near Best Buy. For more information, go to kitchensales.net.
Kitchen Sales. Cabinets and countertops, we are the place to shop. Come on down.
You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out.
Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
It's Nico time in Tennessee. Our Vols team keeps tipping the win column. If you're looking for a tip in real estate, I'm Nick Nico with the Nico Real Estate team at Keller Williams, and I've got a tip for you. What's that tip? Now is the time. You may have been keeping an eye on interest rates, but with the right strategy, this shouldn't sideline your real estate goals. Like our Vols, you can still score big in today's market. The East Tennessee real estate market is one of the hottest in the nation, so let our local Vol professionals draw up the right play for you. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, let the Nico team find that slam dunk that you've been looking for. Call us at VOL214-7066 or online at nicoteam.com. That's NICAUD team.com. Maximize your profits by selling high and buying low with our Nico know-how. It's the Nico team at Keller Williams. Go Vols and go Nico.
Tackle your spring cleaning list with Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning Spring Sale. Mention me, Tyler Ivinson, the Sports Animal, and get 3 rooms for $109 plus a free hallway. You can book online, ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Hey, East Tennessee, it's the madness of March, and Rusty Wallace Honda is busting brackets. Drive home a 2025 front-wheel drive CRV Sport L Hybrid, just $349 a month. That's a slam dunk. Don't get caught warming the bench. Score rates as low as 1.99% on our most popular 2025 models, like CRVs, Ridgelines, and Odysseys. Every new Honda comes with Rusty's no-charge 200,000-mile warranty. Get to the intersection of selection, I-75 at Callahan Drive, or shop RustyWallaceHonda.com. Rusty Wallace Honda, where every deal's a buzzer beater. See dealer for details.
If you apply to FEMA, we may be trying to reach you, so stay in touch and make sure your information is up to date. To get help, visit FEMA.gov/help is here or call 1-800-621-3362.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal proves it. Always on, always free.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on the Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. 865-656-9900. The Lady Vols are on to the Sweet 16 with their win last night against Ohio State. That was a pace in that game. You told me that there'd be a lot of running, but goodness.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, both teams have that style. And you always wonder, all right, which team that loves to press doesn't like to be pressed? And Tennessee was able to handle it for the most part when Ohio State pressed us. And we caused some turnovers. We had some turnovers too, but Tennessee was able to outlast Ohio State. I mean, the shot making, the runs offensively that Tennessee was able to go on. Ohio State had a run of their own where they took the lead by a point. I mean, it was fun. It was fun, man. That's probably been the best girls game, in a long time. That was a fun game.
Texas hits a shot to end the first quarter, so Texas goes up 16-12 against Illinois. The winner of that game will play Tennessee in the next round in the Sweet 16. So it'll likely be Texas. Texas is the number 1 seed and a huge favorite in this game, only up 4 after the first quarter, but long way to go in that one. Texas, I think, scored 6 unanswered quickly to close out the quarter.
You beat UConn You was right there with Texas late in the game, at Texas early in the season. So you should feel good about going up against Texas.
How you feel about going up against Kentucky?
Well, I mean, we talked about this being a possibility when the brackets first came out, and you have folks, hold on now, we still got to beat Wofford. We can talk about it. It's okay. We're not playing. But this was a game that we thought would happen. Tennessee, Kentucky, Indianapolis, close to both schools where both fan bases will show up. It's closer to Lexington for sure than Knoxville, but still, like, it's going to be something else. And then even though they beat us twice, still feel good about what Tennessee can do right now because Tennessee's a better team than the team that lost to Kentucky both times.
Would you like to know early thoughts from Mr. Pomeroy, Ken Palm?
I do.
KenPalm.com has Tennessee by 5.
Ooh.
Giving the Vols a 65% chance of victory.
Do you remember what he said about Tennessee, Kentucky before the game in the other two games?
Well, I don't remember.
That's what I'm saying.
Pre-game, let's see if his site shows pre-game projection. If anybody knows, tell me. I don't see it. At home, he definitely liked Tennessee against Kentucky. I'd be more curious what his projection was in Rupp Arena. But that's the past. It's tough
I feel good about that. I feel good about a 5-point win.
I think a lot of people know about the saying it's tough to beat a good team 3 times in a season.
It is.
Also had somebody note to me earlier today, smartly, you don't see it that often either, where they're going to face off 3 times in a season, especially in this one, Tennessee and Kentucky. But it's still true.
It is tough.
It's difficult to shoot 12 of 24 from 3 times in a season. They're 2 for 2 so far. Kentucky shot the same number, 12 of 24 from 3 in both of the regular season games. Tennessee shot very poorly from outside in both of those games.
Yeah, the second game is probably, I won't say unforgivable because you're here in this position now, but like it's the one that makes you the most frustrated because you allowed 2 freshman players to come in and be unsung heroes, and all they did was just shoot threes, and I think they combined for like 19 points, something like that. You can't let that happen. I mean, it's hard enough to guard players that they have as starting that consistently gives that team, whether it's 11 points or 12 points or whatever. But when you have a guy come in and he's only averaging 3.2 and he drops 15 on you, like that's a problem. We can't have that.
So shot making, that'll be a storyline all week. Can Tennessee limit Kentucky's outside shooting? Can Tennessee do better than it did in previous games? Another talking point I bet we'll hear about between now and Friday will be rebounding. We heard a lot about it leading up to the UCLA game. During it, Rick Barnes brought it up, and he brought it up afterward as well. Tennessee was plus 10 rebounding the basketball. He talked about it in the post-game press conference. Tennessee's success on the glass, the play of the big men, how they performed in rebounding on Saturday night.
Again, I look at what I'm looking at right here, and if I'm reading it right, really proud of Igor, 7 rebounds. Felix had 7. Cade had 5, I think. Or I can't tell if that's a 5 or a 6, but that's what we ask those guys to do. That's all we've talked about for 2 days is our post guys being effective to rebound the ball for us. Need to get extra possessions on the offensive end. Got to do it on the defensive end. And that was something that we've talked about, and we haven't done a great job the last couple of weeks with it. And but we were better with that tonight. Other than turning the ball over late, you know, we played really well against again an outstanding defensive team that they're very handsy. But that was the big thought coming in that we had to get production out of our frontline guys and with their rebounding, they got it done for us.
Rick Barnes, 7 rebounds for Felix, 7 for Igor, 6 for Cade Phillips off the bench. Chaz Lanier has rebounded well for Tennessee as the season has gone along, and they will stress that again before Friday night.
In both games against Kentucky, you out-rebounded Kentucky. So it gives you a great chance to win. I mean, you had more rebounds than Kentucky in the first game, and you had 8 extra possessions. I mean, you only had 5 turnovers. They had 13, but you shot 24% from 3. They shot 50%. So you got to shoot the ball, and you got to rebound and take care of it.
Yeah, I do recall coming out of the first game, ahead of the second game against Kentucky, thinking, man, Tennessee, they did a lot of things that would point to winning basketball, except for the ball going in the basket.
Yeah, that part.
It was a lot better for Kentucky than Tennessee because
way better.
They still only reward points based on the ball going in the basket.
Yep.
You can get 1, 2, or 3.
Yep.
At a time. So that was still a big deal, and I thought, well, that's going to even out some in the second game.
It didn't.
And then it didn't.
Yep.
So they lost again.
Yep. The same thing happened in the second game. The only thing was you had different players shoot the ball from 3 better than your guys shooting the ball from 3. Like I said before, like you had a bunch of players that averaged 2-3 points per game, freshmen that came in and lit it up. Trey Noah was 3 for 4, had 11 points, and then you allowed Travis Perry to come in, and he was 2 for 3, and those guys combined for 19 points. I knew that number was burned in my mind for a reason, but they combined for 19 points in that game. That's what you can't allow. You can't allow that, man. Trent Noah averages 2.8 points per game, Josh Ward. Travis Perry, 2.7 points per game. And they got 19 combined in that one. Can't let that happen. But they may not have to play as much considering they have Lamont Butler back. Now, Butler played in the second game and didn't finish 22 minutes. Only got you 6 points, but he did play. Just didn't finish.
Yeah, that was another part of the frustrating result at the end in the second loss against Kentucky is Butler has to exit.
Yeah.
And they played with better control toward the end.
Yeah.
So, but bring up the non-shooting part of the game to say that there's still a lot of reasons to be confident in how Tennessee will play. Obviously, you're going to have to knock down some shots. You're going to have to limit what Kentucky's able to do. If Kentucky goes 12 of 24 on Friday night or something similar to it from behind the three-point line, obviously it's going to be difficult to win. Tennessee shot 50% from 3, though, on Saturday.
They sure did. I mean, that and
Chaz shot 0 for 7 from 3 in the second game against Kentucky.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah. I would bet against that happening again. I apologize if I just jinxed him, but I doubt that I did.
I got an idea. How about we guard Kobe Brea a little bit better?
Yeah.
The guy that's shooting 44% from 3.
Also a good shooter, yeah.
Yeah. Let's stay on him a little bit. Tougher. I mean, the second game, he walks into a 3. You got to make him drive the ball to the basket. Be a finisher at the rim. You got Felix Apar who blocks shots. Don't let him yo-yo the ball and pull up for a 3. That happened late in the game. In the second game, they were up, and I was like, what? Come on, man. Know the scouting report. So, the adjustments that this team can make from the first 2 games, I think is going to help Tennessee win this game. That's why Tennessee probably is a favorite, and the fact that they're just playing well right now.
Can I offer one piece of advice between now and Friday night?
What?
You got to pace yourself.
Oh, I know.
From an emotional standpoint, tape grinding, all those different things. Pace yourself between now and Friday when the game tips off. Coffee intake.
It's going to be one of those possession games where, like, you are on the edge of your couch or seat every possession.
There's going to be some living room pacing on Friday night.
It's going to come down to one possession.
If Chaz knocks down 2 straight threes, there are going to be a lot of people saying, nobody get up, nobody move, sit right where you are, things like that.
I'm glad it's on
all
Friday.
The superstitions are coming out on Friday.
I'm glad it's on a Friday.
Yeah.
Instead of a Thursday. Extra day of resting, but for us, just an extra day to get
your mind right.
Compile thoughts on the game for Monday's show.
On the ladies' side, Texas leads Illinois 23-16. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. The winner of that game will take on Tennessee in the Sweet 16. We have another half hour to go. Very cool story that we will deliver with today's Attaboy in our next segment. Again, 30 minutes to go. 865-656-9900 to connect on Josh and Swain.
Your station for the Tennessee Volunteers. 99.1, the sports animal.
Honey, we need a new roof.
Go to moshingles.com and get a quote in 60 seconds.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're a top-rated roofing company in East Tennessee and A+ rated with the BBB.
Free instant quotes at moshingles.com.
Time now for a Sports Animals Sports Minute.
NCAA tournament results from Sunday. Florida outlasted UConn. Duke eased past Baylor. Alabama down St. Mary's. Michigan State survived a scare from New Mexico. Ole Miss defeated Iowa State. Maryland used a buzzer beater to defeat Colorado State. Arizona rallied to beat Oregon. And Kentucky defeated Illinois, meaning the Tennessee Volunteers will face the Kentucky Wildcats for the third time this season. Kentucky won the previous two meetings. This is the first time these two schools have ever met in the NCAA tournament. The two teams will tip off Friday night at 7:40. Coverage of that game will be available right here on The Sports Animal. And the Lady Vols defeated Ohio State 82-67 in the NCAA Women's Tournament second round. Talasia Cooper had a team-high 19 points for Tennessee, which advances to the Sweet 16 and will take on the winner of today's game between Texas and Illinois. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Covenant Health Fitness Center. If you sign up, you can go through a fitness evaluation. Sign up at Covenant Health Fitness Center, and you're signing up month to month. No long-term contracts. But when you sign up, they are going to help you with a fitness evaluation to start out, and then help with a plan moving forward so that you can hit your fitness goals. They have everything you need when you sign up. All the gym equipment for strength training, cardio. They have an indoor track. They have more than 85 group fitness classes every week. That's included in your membership at Covenant Health Fitness Center, plus access to all the amenities, the locker room, the sauna, shower area, always well taken care of. The indoor pool is available for you 12 months out of the year, a heated indoor pool. Plus, we're close to summertime, and the outdoor pool opening up. Indoor and outdoor tennis, pickleball, racquetball courts, a basketball court, and a great staff that is always there to help. We love our family membership, which includes complimentary child care. Whatever you need, they'll be there to help you at Covenant Health Fitness Center.
This has been a paid announcement.
Paying rent can feel like throwing money away. And when you're spending so much, it can be hard to see yourself buying a home. So Rocket Mortgage is helping you put your monthly rent towards home ownership with Rent Rewards. For the first time, save up to $5,000 off the cost of your first home just by paying rent. Only at Rocket Mortgage. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
EasyCater. It's all the food for your workplace, all in one place. With over 100,000 restaurants nationwide on one platform. Whether you need food for company meetings or events, daily employee lunches, or your next lunch and learn, EasyCater makes food for work, work. And it doesn't stop at lunch. With EasyCater, you've got great breakfast options, snacks, treats, and more. Whenever and wherever work happens, EasyCater's here to make the food happen. Order now at easycater.com.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample Rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
This month, Smoky Cigars is featuring General and Forged cigars and highlighting Alec Bradley cigars. The cigar of the month is the Alec Bradley Magic Toast. Buy 3, get 1 free. And all boxes from these great manufacturers 20% off. Only at Smoky's, Knoxville's cigar store.
I never thought building a custom home would be this easy. When Red Door Homes built our house last year, they made the process simple. We picked from their 30-plus floor plans, customized it how we wanted, and they built it right on our land. The construction time was quick, and their 10-year warranty gave us total confidence. If you're thinking about building a home, do what we did. Go to reddoorhomestn.com and visit their showroom right off Paper Mill in Kingston Pike. You won't regret it.
Red Door Homes, home building as it should be.
Is your honeydew list out of control? Honeydew this, honeydew that. You're not alone. Just call in reinforcements at the Honeydew service. With 2 convenient locations, the pros at Honeydew get to you with free estimates no matter how big or small your list is. From hanging ceiling fans and changing lights to remodeling kitchens, bathrooms, decks, additions, and garages, we do it all. Offering a 1-year warranty, we're your trusted locally owned handyman and general contractor. Book your free estimate now at honeydewservice.com.
We'll get your honey-do list honey done.
Say goodbye to wires and brackets. At Southland Dental and Orthodontics, Invisalign offers a faster, more comfortable way to straighten teeth for kids and adults. With fewer office visits, easy brushing, and no staining, it's the clear choice for a perfect smile. SouthlandDentalTN.com.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help you troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and help you save time and money down the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Maybe you can't tell by my voice, but boy, the allergies are so much better after this rainfall, and we have really clear air. We'll clear out the skies as well later on with a high in the middle 60s, falling down to the 40s over the next several mornings. Pretty quiet weather, just a hint of a sprinkle in our northernmost counties. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
It's Junk Be Gone's 20th anniversary celebration. This March, enjoy $100 off any demolition project. Locally owned and operated by Mike and Tracy Such. Give them a buzz today to book a free estimate. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for the past 20 years.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Texas leads Illinois 26-16. 3:40 to go in the second quarter of the women's tournament. The winner will take on Tennessee. Swain, you can guess who's going to win this one. Texas on the fast break.
Just 10,
12
points. Just 12 points. That's 4 shots.
Yeah, I think it's like an 18-4 run now for Texas.
They can't get the ball there. You might be right.
I think this one's a matter of playing it out. But more games continue. Final day of the first weekend for the women's tournament as the Sweet 16 is set on the men's side, and the Lady Vols are already on to the Sweet 16 with their win last night against Ohio State. In the text box, extra day to prepare for the show. Elite 8 for Tennessee is on Sunday. Next Monday will be the easiest day we've ever had to prepare for.
That's right.
One way or the other.
One way or the other.
So
no doubt about it.
You want to go one way, not the other.
I want
Is that
Tennessee
right?
to get the win over Kentucky and get the win over either Purdue or Houston.
It's also Portal Day. Happy Portal Day as it's opened in college basketball, and players are already pouring in, including some who have teams alive in the NCAA tournament. That's how it worked. That's how it worked in the college football playoff. And now with the spring window opening up for basketball, the football window opens in about 3 weeks.
Well, I mean, that's why, Josh, you've pretty much done a lot of the work already.
Yeah.
Before the portal open.
Coaches and players.
Yeah, so that way this is not a overwhelming stretch for you while you're still trying to practice, prep for the Sweet 16 game. Like, you can't follow the rules if you're currently playing because you would be behind. Or you would not be prepared enough. So you had to skate around the rules. And I wouldn't be surprised if every team put some feelers out and knew who they probably had a good idea they were going to bring in.
Yeah, some would call it breaking of rules. Others would just say stretching.
Rule breakers would say stretching.
massaging
it's
the
what
rules.
It's what you have to do.
That is the way that
It's
it works.
as simple as that.
In present-day college athletics, while they try to get everything worked out for the long term. Before we close out this segment, and again, we appreciate you being with us on this Monday edition of Josh and Swain. Right now, we hand out today's Attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Hoes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. We hand out Attaboys and Attagirls every day thanks to Native Design. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats. They're online at nativetn.com. Swain, when news is shared with all caps, that's one indication that it is big news. And the NCAA did just that with Wyatt Hendrickson stunning Olympic gold medalist, two-time NCAA champion Gable Steveson on Saturday to win the NCAA heavyweight wrestling title. Hendrickson's win for Oklahoma State snapped Stevenson's 70-match win streak and scored the only takedown against him all season long. This was a stunning defeat for Gable Steveson and a historic win for Wyatt Hendrickson at Oklahoma State.
Yeah. We love upsets, especially ones of this nature where one team, one individual was dominant for so long. And talking during the break, we understand why he's been dominant. I mean, dude's old as all get out, man.
Yeah, he won his first NCAA championship, I think, 5 years ago. He won at the 2020 Olympic Games, so that would have been 4 years ago because they took place the next year, I guess, right? But, yeah, so he's in his mid-20s, and he had 1 year of eligibility remaining because he made runs at WWE and trying to catch on with the Buffalo Bills in the NFL. Did not work out, so he returned to the University of Minnesota this past year to fulfill his final year of eligibility and try to win one more NCAA title, and he came up just short as Wyatt Hendrickson got the win, and it's one of the most stunning NCAA wrestling results I think that we've seen.
Glad that Wyatt was able to win that one, man. Like it's tough when you have players who are a little bit older in physical sports like that, contact sports, because they're always going to have the advantage.
Yeah, this story from Yahoo says that Stevenson's third NCAA championship appeared to just be a mere formality, and that's probably how everybody viewed it. But you have to finish off. And Wyatt Hendrickson was the one that did that, winning 5-4 and stunning everyone to claim the NCAA championship. So an attaboy to Wyatt Hendrickson. Congratulations on an incredible feat. And every day we hand out attaboys and attagirls thanks to Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. They turn ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Great local company that you can call at 865-310-3256. Or you can check out their website, nativetn.com, for Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialists. We'll come back with one segment to go on Josh and Swain. We'll have the power poll with our top winners and losers out of the weekend. That's next right here on Josh and Swain.
At Chafee, we believe your home or business should be a place where comfort and reliability come together seamlessly. With our comprehensive HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services, we ensure your systems work flawlessly, giving you peace of mind and exceptional comfort. Chafee Air and Plumbing is an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning customer care dealer, and they are ready to assist you. Trust in our innovative designs that are engineered for comfort. Call 865-381-4414 or visit coolingheatingplumbing.com.
The A.G. Hines Company, a fourth-generation family business backed by more than 100 years of customer service serving all East Tennessee. That's a century's worth of knowledge in material application, concrete, masonry, waterproofing, stucco eaves, slate roofing, and manufactured stone veneer. They have you covered with name brands like Nudura, Drive It, and Spec Mix. No job is too big or too small. They have the expertise to assist in all your residential or commercial construction needs. The A.G. Hines Company, building materials since anyone can remember.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online, no medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/score. Ethos.com/score.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected! Also, you forgot to renew your website domain and now you're in a bidding war!
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room and now everything smells weird! All right!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Guys, it's Jason Swain here. Let's talk about feeling your best. If you don't feel that same energy, strength, maybe feeling moody, or it seems like you've lost your drive with your partner, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer, and you'll find the true experts at Low T Center. Getting tested is fast and easy, but we're not all the same, so don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program that you may find elsewhere. I've learned about personalized therapy at Low T Center and the results you can expect with customized TRT. So don't put it off. Go to lowtcenter.com to book an appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Reinventing men's healthcare.
Matlock Tire has a reputation for being a little bit old school. They're proud to be known for their outstanding hometown customer service. They've been doing things that way for 70 years. Matlock now offers new modern conveniences such as family-friendly waiting areas and online appointment scheduling. You can even shop for tires and see their current stock right from your computer or your smartphone. They invite you to stop into one of their convenient 5 locations or visit them online at matlocktireservice.com. Modern convenience, hometown service, Matlock Tire and Auto Repair.
Matlock Tire.
Honey, we need a new roof.
Go to moshingles.com and get a quote in 60 seconds.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're a top-rated roofing company in East Tennessee and A+ rated with the BBB.
Free instant quotes at moshingles.com. Looking for a magical way to unwind? Discover Cantrip, the sensationally drinkable THC beverage. Crafted with bold botanicals and spellbinding flavors, Cantrip offers a delightful escape from the ordinary. 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 hangover. Just pure, drinkable delight. Let the enchantment begin with Cantrip. Visit drinkcantrip.com to find your favorite flavor and start your magical journey today. Ask for it in your local wine and spirit stores and CBD stores.
According to the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of a habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. Fitness Together's team of certified trainers specializes in helping their clients create a habit of exercise and nutrition that they won't quit. My trainer, Austin, at the Bearden location, has certainly done that for me. I look forward to improving each and every session. Visit knoxft.com, schedule your free fit consultation today, and get 3 free training sessions when you mention the sports animal. That's knoxft.com.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
CumulusDigital.com.
Saving you money is our second passion. Never miss a deal. Text the word SWEET to 865-656-9900.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
We're back for the final segment of Josh and Swain. Thank you for hanging out with us today. It's been a lot of fun talking about both Tennessee basketball teams reaching the Sweet 16. Tennessee's baseball team remains number 1 in the country after winning the series at Alabama this past weekend. And Swain, the preparation and discussion of Tennessee-Kentucky will continue tomorrow and over the rest of the week.
Yeah, gonna have to have a big game from everyone individually, for sure. You need your best players to play the best. Kentucky probably will be saying the same thing to their players, but I look at, Felix and Igor, making sure they clean up the glass, making sure they do a really good job on Kentucky's bigs, and the way Chaz has been shooting the basketball should make Tennessee fans feel really good about Tennessee's chances.
Hey, we're going to hit the power poll in a moment. I'll hand you this one, maybe as a carryover to tomorrow. Always looking for a little extra motivation, a little edge. Dave in Pigeon Forge sent us a text. You ready for me to read it to you?
Okay.
Dave said, just like Buckeyes football, Kentucky is more talented than Tennessee. And let's face it, Ohio State and Kentucky national champs just sounds better.
Kentucky ain't winning that championship.
I don't think they are either.
Yeah. I mean, they may or may not win on Friday, but they ain't winning that championship. I can promise you that. Buckeye Terry had a team that was the best team from a personnel standpoint all year long. So it was no surprise that they won. That ain't Kentucky. Your highlight might be just beating Tennessee 3 times. That's it. It won't be winning a championship. Not this year. So keep talking about the championships for the past. More than what we have. We ain't been to the Final Four. But you can keep talking about that. Just like Tennessee football fans, we talk about 98.
Did Dave's plan work?
What was his plan?
I think it was to get under your skin.
No, it didn't.
Didn't work? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like Felix Akpara, Dave. Swain just swatted that one out of there.
No, that didn't get under my skin one bit.
Okay. It's going to be a big one. Big game coming up on Friday. We have just a few minutes to go. We close them out with today's Power Poll.
Captain, we're losing power in the warp engine.
Nuclear power pants.
What's up? I'm Kenny Powers.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I have the power!
With great power comes great responsibility.
Full power, Mr. Scott.
All righty, Swain. It is a Monday. We look back at the weekend with winners and losers. By the way, Winston says going for a colonoscopy sounds better than Kentucky being national champs.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen. So we'll have to worry about that.
Yeah, I don't think I'll experience either one this year.
No.
We'll see about the future, though.
Me either.
That's a different conversation. All right, our winners and losers from the weekend there, Swain.
Let's start with the losers. Rick Pitino decided not to play his best player, Big East Player of the Year, there late in the game. Didn't shoot the ball well, but no one shot the ball well. So why not have your best player out there in the court go down, let him go down with the ship, go down with the guy who got you to that point. So a little surprised. Listen, he's a Hall of Famer, great coach, but I didn't think that was the best decision. The referees missed the travel call versus Maryland. Colorado State certainly should feel like the biggest losers for sure. And then the Cinderella teams, man. None in the Sweet 16. I think NIL might have something to do with that, but certainly a loss for the Cinderella teams this year in the NCAA tournament. NC State, their hire of Will Wade, that pick up for them. Zakai Ziegler, all-time assist leader. Chaz Anair, most threes in the season. They break records. Texas hiring a proven winner with Sean Miller. Also the SEC with 7 teams in the Sweet 16. And then the men's and the lady falls getting the chance to go to the Sweet 16. So both programs winners.
On the winner's side, I put John Calipari there.
He deserves it.
He gets to the Sweet 16. You're not finding double-digit seeds anywhere except for Arkansas. Now, there's the reason they were in that position, but they did deal with injury as well. They deserve credit for the way they bounced back. I have Iowa basketball number 4, coaching hires. I think this one's a little under the radar. They get Ben McCollum.
Yeah.
He can coach.
Yeah.
He can take whoever, it seems like, and go win. So getting Ben McCollum, I think, is a nice hire for Iowa basketball. Sean Miller, though, to Texas. That has dangerous potential for SEC competition. The league's just getting deeper. Texas is better today with Sean Miller as the head coach. I have Maryland basketball number 3 with the buzzer beater, Walker Knott from Derek Queen. I have at number 2, I don't know what this is. I wrote my notes down. I don't know what that is.
Do you write like a doctor?
I guess so. There's a Seinfeld scene where Jerry writes a joke. He wakes up in the middle of the night and writes it down. He can't read it the next morning. I don't know what this says.
Your handwriting's that bad?
Yeah,
well,
I don't know.
You're great. Teachers are going to be disappointed in you.
I don't know what that is. I'm going to see if I can figure it out. Number 1, I put the SEC and the Big Ten combined.
You got to be ashamed of yourself. You're a grown man, Josh.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. It looks like Wise. Is there a... Nope. Losers from the weekend. U.S. men's national team. That was a tough showing. Number 2, St. John's. Number 1, the little guy. Little guy's getting squeezed out in college basketball.
Parents, you have a example to use when you're talking to your kids about making sure they write clearly.
Yeah, we've been working with our kids on their handwriting. I'm going to join them in the lesson this evening.
Goodness gracious.
I'll figure it out, and we'll talk about it tomorrow at 12 o'clock. How about that?
All right, sounds
The great
good.
mystery, the number 2 winner I had from this weekend. I'll see if I can figure it out. And we'll see you tomorrow at noon on Josh and Swain.